Okay, I'm gonna talk about Vaush. He's a guy that I watched for years. He calls himself a democratic socialist and a libertarian socialist. The thing that's weird is he doesn't talk about socialism, and none of his videos really have anything to do with socialism. It's just anti-Trump stuff because it's almost as if he's a grifter, which is why all he does is talk about like the most mainstream topics possible. Just mainstream discourse. Why would a communist give a fuck about mainstream discourse? It's not relevant to the movement. Well, it partially is, but not in this kind of way. Like he's talking about Trump having brain damage. He's talking about like AOC something something Trump Hassan Trump Nick Fuentes Trump. Like why would a socialist talk about Trump this fucking much? Socialists don't talk about Trump this much because it's not relevant. He's the president, and like you're not gonna change that. Also, this is his last term, so what the fuck is the point? Well, the point is being a grifter. That's what the point is. The point is being a fucking grifter. What does a grifter do? Well, what a grifter does is they choose a side to be on, and they sort of stick with that side, and they engage in like rage bait and this sort of over dramatic like panic, sort of panicked fear mongering and tribalism and like I guess you could call it like anti-Marxism, like anti-Marxist sort of like anti-intellectualism, or like they just sort of oppose having like really much of a political plan. Like they just kind of talk about mainstream topics and they're like, oh, we gotta move the country left and then do socialism somehow. I'm not gonna actually talk about socialism, but I'll just vote for fucking liberals that pretend to be socialists when they don't really pretend to be socialists. They just call themselves socialists. And people just blindly believe them because they're manipulated into thinking that a socialist is a person that like does universal health care or something. Like it's so obvious that Bernie Sanders and Zoran Mamdani and AOC and all these people don't actually believe in socialism. Like they don't talk about socialism. They don't talk about Marx. They don't talk about Lenin. They don't talk about any like revolutions that have ever happened. They don't talk about the history of socialism. They don't talk about socialist ideology. They don't talk about tactics. They don't talk about anything. They don't talk about socialism at all. And these people are just like, oh, Zoran Mamdani is a socialist. Why? Well, because he called himself a democratic socialist, and one fucking time, he said that he wanted to increase class consciousness and seize the means of production. He said that one time in some interview a while ago, and he was involved with DSA. Like, okay, does he talk about socialism? Is he like trying to engage in like building a socialist movement? No, he's just driving people away from socialism. That's what Bernie did. That's what AOC did. They exist to keep people away from socialism. Socialism is about planning the economy around the working class, like the needs of the working class. It's about the abolition of capital. It's about turning away from economic relations being done around like revolving around property owners who make profit off of it. It's turning away from that and moving it towards like rational like economic planning and such, instead of this market oriented capitalistic society. And like they just won't admit that at all. Like they'll just say like, oh, socialism is like decommodification in some vague way. Like they'll advocate for decommodification and they'll say, oh, class consciousness sees the means of production, but they won't actually talk about like socialist theory in any serious way, in any like advanced way. They don't talk about Lenin in any like decent way. Like they just don't talk about anything. Like what video am I even supposed to critique? Like Vaush and people like him are so bad that I don't even know like what I'm supposed to critique, because all of their videos are so disconnected from socialism that I can't even critique their fake socialism. How am I supposed to critique their fake socialism when none of his videos have anything to do with any of that shit? Where is the like socialist theory here? Where's the education about socialism? This guy has fucking 600,000 YouTube subscribers, and he's not talking about socialism, but he calls himself a socialist. He's talking about fucking Tucker Carlson. He's talking about Brianna Joy Gray and fucking ContraPoints. These two are liberals. Why is he talking about two liberals? Why is he talking about Tucker Carlson? Why is he talking about Trump? I can't even remember who the fuck this guy's name is, but I know he had like a Nazi tattoo, and he was like in the military, and I think he called himself a socialist. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume dude's a piece of shit. Oh yeah, his name's Lindsey Graham. I forgot. But yeah, he's just a Democrat piece of trash. Also, what are these titles and like and such? Like, what are these titles and thumbnails? Like, oh my God, vote green. It's so bad over there. Tucker Carlson is going off again. Great news. It's all fucking over. I voted for Trump 3 times. They can't get the details straight. Like, this is just a grifter. You really fucking think this guy is trying to, like, educate the working class for revolution? No, he's fucking not. The dude's fucking title of his video is, Am I the Only One Left? And it's a fucking picture of him in the thumbnail. What is the content? What are the what are the contents of these fucking videos? Like the JD Vance effect. Oh, it's JD Vance. That's the whole point of the video is JD fucking Vance. Wow, let's talk about the vice president. Let's not talk about socialism. Let's talk about the fucking vice president being bad for the 10 millionth fucking time. Hey guys, Trump is bad. Yeah, no shit, Trump is bad, you fucking idiot. Bro, I'm a socialist. By the way, I've literally fucking 3,000 goddamn videos on how Trump is bad. By the way, Lenin was an authoritarian. Let's go vote for Joe Biden. This dude legit thinks that Joe Biden is better than fucking Vladimir Lenin. This dude is lost. I have to just, like, I feel like I just have to assume this is he's just a bad faith actor. Because why would he do this over and over and over and over and over again? Like, I know he's like kind of aware. I know he's like somewhat aware of like Marxism a little bit. Like, I know he's been doing this for long enough, and he's like talked to and watched enough socialist. Like, he should know better than this. It's such a clear grifting, dude. And his fans just don't understand it because they haven't been exposed to what a real socialist actually looks like. Like, a real socialist would be like the YouTube channel Socialism for All, that channel, or Hakeem. And then like there's other real socialists, like obviously there's Stalin and Engels and Lenin and Castro and Albert Einstein and fucking Paul Cockshot and whatever. And then there's like the incoherent morons that pretend that like act like they're socialists when they're really not, like Chomsky and Zizek and whatever. It's just so exhausting having just this constant nonsense. Like, people really take this guy seriously as like some kind of socialist. Where is the socialism? How fucking far do I have to scroll to find a single video that has socialism in the title or thumbnail? I once saw a video of this guy talking about like a trade union leader or something, and he was acting like the guy was like a fucking Marxist. One of the annoying things that Vaush does is he'll like make a claim or like a judgment or a statement or an assumption, and you can't, like, he'll do it in a way that's like sounds kind of half joking, and you can't tell how much of a joke it is. You can't really tell how serious it is, and you can't really like seriously critique it. Like, he's just he just talks in like such a manipulative way where like he'll sort of say things, but he won't go all the way through with it. Like, there was one time where he said that was critiquing anarchism, and he was saying that he was saying that you can't achieve socialism through anarchism because you need like a state, like you can't do it without a state or whatever. And he like joked that anarchism is the ideology he pretends to believe in. Like, why the fuck did he say that? I don't know what to click on. Like, I would cover what the fuck he's saying, but I don't know what to click on. I've already critiqued things that he said in like my other two videos criticizing him. Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to watch? Where is the socialism? The guy is fucking talking about goddamn podcasters, talking about Nick Fuentes, talking about fucking Bill Burr. It's just mainstream bullshit. He's a grifter. That's what he fucking is. If he doesn't talk about socialism and all he does is talk about like anti-Trump shit and like talks about the Democrats, he'll like critique the Democrats too fucking bad, nothing will happen because he's fucking advocating for voting for them anyway. Like, how are you going to critique the Democrats and then vote for them anyway and advocate against third parties and advocate against socialism while calling yourself a socialist? Like, what is his fucking plan? What is his plan? His plan is to hate on Republicans over and over again and act like they're the devil and act like the Democrats are way better, but then also criticize the Democrats, but then insist that everyone who doesn't vote for them is like fucking stupid and is like betraying the movement or something, even though like how are you supposed to change the Democrats if you're just voting for them no matter what and you're hating on socialism and keeping socialists away from socialism and like sort of funneling them into the Democratic Party? Like, what is his fucking plan? Well, his plan is to be a grifter for the Democratic Party. That's all he fucking is. That's all he is. He's just a grifter. I've already said it a million times. It's why he makes these fucking videos talking about the most mainstream topic of the day. Oh, what is the breaking news of the day? I'll talk about that, regardless of if it actually fucking matters. It's the same bullshit over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know what to watch. At this point, I'm just rambling. Like, what is there to watch? If I click on a video, all I'm just going to be doing is wasting fucking 15 minutes of my time watching a video of something that I already mostly agree with while he like says things that like somewhat go against socialism in ways that I don't really care to talk about right now because I like the only option I have right now is to go find old fucking videos from 4 months ago, or not 4 months ago, 4 years ago, because that's what happens if you go and search socialism. Let me do this. Okay, if you look that up, it's all videos. Almost all of it is videos from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah, exactly what I fucking said. This guy doesn't talk about socialism. This video is him talking to Hakeem, who's an actual socialist. This is him talking about Joe Biden enacting world socialism. That's what I fucking meant, is he'll like make jokes and it's just like, what the fuck does this guy even believe? He makes points in like a joking manner that like it's designed for you to look stupid when you criticize it. Like, it's designed to make you look like you're taking it too seriously. He's just a fucking manipulator. Wait, is this literally it? So he has over 3,000 videos, and the word socialist, socialist, whichever, even Marxism. So all of his videos on socialism, this is all of them. That's it. 3,000 fucking videos, and these are it. And it's not even him like promoting socialism. It's just videos like vaguely talking about socialism in some vague way. Like, it's not even good videos. This is fucking ridiculous. People call this guy a socialist. Yeah, you try to find videos of him talking about socialism, and it's fucking 6-year-old videos of him critiquing actual socialists. That's all it is. And then you'll cover his fucking videos on it, and his fans will be like, "Bro, that was 5 years ago. Talk about the shit that he's talking about right now." Well, I kind of can't because all of his fucking videos are about Trump. How many videos do you need to make on Trump until you're satisfied? What happens when Trump dies? Is Vaush just gonna go fucking bankrupt? Like the second Trump dies from like being too old or whatever, from all the fucking McDonald's clogging his veins, or whether he gets assassinated or whatever, like what is Vaush gonna do once Trump is gone? Like what are the Democrats gonna do? Like when Trump is dead, like what is the Republican Party gonna do? What is the Democratic Party gonna do? Because like they're just gonna have to change strategy. It's just theater. That's all it is. It's just distraction. Theater has fuck all to do with communism. Let's actually watch one of his videos. I want to choose a good one and just criticize the fuck out of it. Wow, he's talking about Dave Chappelle. Holy shit. DMC refuses to condemn APAC. I am fucking livid. Wow, dude, I wonder why the Democratic Party that's been in power for fucking eternity, and they're a liberal party that doesn't allow socialism, like it does not allow socialist movements to build up. I wonder why they would do bad things. I wonder why a fucking capitalist shithole party that is immune to socialist influence. I wonder why they would do bad things. That's crazy. Wow, I can't believe that the fucking capitalist, goddamn imperialist, genocidal fucking party would do something bad. That's crazy. Guys, you're dumb for wanting to build a goddamn communist party. You're dumb for reading socialist theory and actually trying to build a socialist movement. The real way to build a socialist movement is to mindlessly fucking support liberals no matter what the fuck they do, until they magically allow socialists into their fucking party and the socialists somehow win elections even though socialism is unpopular and we're not even advocating for socialism. Why the fuck would socialism become popular when you're not even advocating for it? That's on top of the fact that Vaush has advocated against central planning. So like, okay, if he hates central planning and he hates Marxism and he hates Lenin and he hates the Soviet Union and he hates anything related to socialism, anything about socialism, and he just votes for fucking liberals nonstop while criticizing them. What is he doing? Traitors. Bro's a fucking grifter. I wonder why he stopped doing debates. I guess it's because it's like, I guess because it would be more controversial and he would throw people off of his channel, and like he would also be pressured to debate socialists, like socialism for all. I would absolutely love to see Vaush debate socialism for all. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, this guy would be so screwed. I've never seen Vaush mention socialism for all ever. He's never fucking mentioned him. He's mentioned Hakeem. He's mentioned Second Thought. He's mentioned Zizek. He's mentioned these people a bunch of times. But he's never mentioned socialism for all. He debated someone that was like associated with socialism for all, but yeah. That would just be amazing. But yeah, Socialism for All is certainly the best socialist on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't really seen Paul Cockshot's videos. I think Paul Cockshot is a transphobe, which is pretty rough. But yeah, like, what is there to say? Okay, let's just look at one of his videos on the Democrats, I guess. It's like, I don't fucking, just... Oh no, a right wing guy did like Nazi posting. Yeah, no shit. Dude is talking about Nick Fuentes. Talking about Nick Fuentes turning on his fans. Holy shit, dude. This guy is not a fucking he's not like a proper political fucking like what I look for in a political commentator is I look for a Marxist who knows what the fuck they're talking about and actually has like an agenda. Vaush doesn't have an agenda other than Democrats being in power for all of eternity. Okay, what would happen? What would happen the second that the fucking Republican Party like stops being relevant or whatever? Like what would happen? Well, they would just keep fucking voting for liberals. And then like something else like the Republican Party would take their place. Like I don't know. Like what the fuck this idea that socialism is like the end goal of liberalism is fucking ridiculous. Like that's kind of what people like Vaush act like is like they're pretending that socialism is like the ultimate progressivism or like that it's like you go past liberal progressivism like they think socialism is like the end goal of liberalism or something like they think that you move liberalism leftward and then it becomes socialism. They think that you can just like vote for people that call themselves socialists regardless of what they actually fucking what their intentions are and that like you'll magically fucking have socialism by just voting for people that call themselves socialists in order to manipulate the working class. Like they have no agenda at all other than perpetual being like perpetually stuck voting for the same horrible people over and over and over and over again. Oh my fucking god. Talking about a debate between Nick Fuentes and Piers Morgan. Who gives a fuck, Vaush? Who fucking cares? It's so unserious. This is not serious. This is not a serious person. Oh my god, a Fox News host defended ephebophilia. Oh no. Yeah, no shit. They're a Fox News host. I've already seen examples of them doing that. Hey guys, the bad people we've been complaining about for a trillion years, they're bad. It's like, yeah, if this guy's a socialist, it's kind of fucking obvious that Trump is bad. If you're a fucking socialist, everyone's gonna assume that Trump is fucking bad. Like, why a socialist fucking YouTube channel would not need to constantly complain about fucking Trump because it's already assumed that you fucking hate Trump. It's already assumed. You've already said enough about the fucking subject, dude. You've already talked about this enough. Holy fuck. Like, it's like he's not even pretending to be a fucking socialist anymore. Like, what does he call himself? Does he still call himself a fucking socialist? What would he even say to my criticism? If he heard me talking about this, like, I feel like all he would do is he'd be like, "Oh, some of the criticisms are fair. Uh, this guy is really mad. Some of it's fair. Too bad I'm not gonna fucking change." This guy told his fucking fan base to ignore socialist theory and that it doesn't matter at all. He fucking straight up told people that. Bruh. I'm so tired of mainstream discourse. I'm just tired of it. It's just filler. It's filler bullshit. It's grifters talking about filler bullshit that distracts from the actual fucking issues. It's just, oh, who is in power? Who do we need to elect to the goddamn House of Representatives? Who fucking cares? Most people believe in universal healthcare. Are we gonna get it? No. Why? Because the Democrats don't fucking want it. So why are you supporting the goddamn Democrats? We all know that they're not gonna fucking do it. The Democratic Party is so shit that they're not even doing the basic things that they're supposed to be doing. Not only are they not socialists, and not only will they not accept socialists into their movement, not only is it like worthless for socialists to support them, but they're not even going to do the liberal things that they're supposed to fucking do. They're not doing the things that their voters want them to do because they are a capitalist party. They're a mainstream capitalist party that has been in power for over 100 fucking years. Oh yeah, these people are like, bro, the USSR was like a fucking authoritarian, genocidal dictatorship. It was authoritarian. There was no democracy. Meanwhile, they're supporting the same fucking political candidates over and over and over, telling people to support them over and over and over until the end of fucking time. Hey guys, the USSR is authoritarian and has a dictatorship. By the way, we need to turn America into a fucking dictatorship where only the Democrats are in power and not the Republicans, and just not talk about any other fucking parties, not talk about socialism at all. Just support the same fucking people blindly, the same genocidal nutcases that engage in anti-socialist fucking aggression and imperialism. Just vote for those fucking people. But oh, by the way, Lenin was bad because Lenin like killed his political opposition. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit, Lenin killed his political opposition. He's Vladimir Lenin. What do you think he would do? That was actually in one of Vaush's videos. He was talking about Lenin, and he said he was like, "Oh, Lenin was okay when he was doing his writings, and there was some good stuff in his writings, but when he got into power, he was an authoritarian who like fucked over unions or something, and like he like fucking he like killed his political opponents or something. He was like mean to his political enemies. Like, yeah, he's a fucking socialist revolutionary." Bro thinks socialism is when you're all nice and cool and awesome. Bro thinks politics is all sunshine and daisies and roses. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to say? This guy doesn't have anything to say. He's so bad, I can't even critique what the fuck he's saying because I don't know what video to click on because it's all the same stupid bullshit. What is the difference between this video and 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 this video? Like, it's just fucking slop. It's just Trump's bad. Haha. I'm a fucking grifter and I talk about Trump because that's the popular thing to do. Hey guys, people really like hating on Trump. Maybe I'll do that instead of vaguely pretending to be a socialist because that's not fucking profitable enough. That's what Vaush is doing. I was a fan of his for like 5 goddamn years. I know what he believes. I'm not stupid. He acts like he's like so much better than Trump voters. Meanwhile, he's supporting like the ultimate enemy of socialism, the Democratic fucking Party. The Democratic Party is like the most prolific fucking, like the most notorious, the most effective anti-socialist fucking political party in human history. And he's acting like it's some kind, like he's gonna somehow like reform it into a socialist party or something. At one point he has said that the Democrats are not going to turn socialist or whatever. Like he said, you're not going to turn them socialists, but that you can have socialists in the DNC. Like, why would the DNC allow social? It's not a socialist party. It's a fucking corporate funded, like corporate fucking owned capitalist imperialist party that's been in power for over 100 years. It's a mainstream party. You're not going to fucking have socialists in there. They don't even want Bernie in there. That like they just have Bernie there to fuck over the working class by like manipulating them. It's just a way of keeping up appearances. That's all it is. I will become Zoran Mamdani's greatest defender. Let's look at this video. How long has it been?
Goya Berra? Let me... Mamdani answers questions while in Puerto Rico. Follow-up question, why are they in Puerto Rico? Sorry, I don't know much about New York. Is this like a partnership thing? I know there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York City. What are they doing over there? Just having fun? Escaping the cold? Puerto Rico is a part of New York. Okay, I believe it.
The day after you won the election, you won.
A lot of your many fans love Brad Lander.
Guys, if Zoran Mamdani is a socialist, can you like please like give me some examples of him being a fucking socialist? Can you please give me examples of that? Oh, but if he advocates for socialism, he won't be popular and he won't have power. Okay, well then he's not a socialist. Well, if you advocate for socialism, then you won't be popular. It's like, okay, I guess we fucking give up then. I guess we'll never build a socialist movement because, oh, socialism is unpopular. Let's just keep voting for the fucking popular thing. That'll certainly result in a goddamn socialist fucking Marxist-Leninist movement being formed. That's definitely what's going to happen. Like, no, you're advocating for wasting people's fucking time.
Did you call him and tell him he doesn't have a job in the administration, as CNN reported?
The reason I'm so mad at this is because this guy's never going to change. He's a grifter. That's all he is. He's a grifter. He's a manipulator. Just like all fucking political channels are, almost all of them. It's just stupid fucking horseshit. None of these people believe a goddamn thing they say. God. A socialist does not care about mainstream discourse because mainstream discourse has nothing to do with socialism. That's just how it is. The only use that mainstream discourse has is like using it as a way to make capitalism look like shit and make communism look better. That's really all it is. Like I don't care about current events other than using them in the form of critiquing capitalist society. That's really the only use there is. And also like knowing what to do, like strategy or whatever. Star Wars fan. Dude has a 34-minute video talking about like. Yeah, the bots thing is so weird. Like I feel like a lot of people on Reddit are like not even real. Like someone will say something, someone will like advocate for like socialism or whatever, like they'll or not even socialism, like they'll advocate for like things that help the working class, and then there'll be like at the top, at the very top, I don't know why it's always at the top, but there'll be this like there'll always be like a reply of like someone being very anti-working class and just being like, well, if you give healthcare to fucking people, they'll be lazy and they won't work or some stupid bullshit. Like I don't know how much of that is bots. It's so weird how it's just always at the top. It's just horrible nonsense. And a whole video of talking about Trump being sick. Imagine if the Democratic Party, instead of having that, you had like a Marxist party. Do you think the Republicans would be around for more than 5 goddamn minutes? Yeah, it's just perpetual liberalism masquerading itself as socialism. That's all it is. I keep saying the same things over and over again just because, like, what am I supposed to do? There's no video I can talk about. Okay, maybe this will be good. It's 35 fucking minutes long.
For a while now, we have been waiting for the Democratic establishment to do anything in response to the Trump administration and its relentless attacks on our democracy, undoing our society.
Hey guys, Trump is bad, and he's like anti-democratic. Trump is bad. He's anti-democratic. So the logic of these people is vote for the same fucking horrible fucking Zionists, liberals, over and over and over again, regardless of who they are and what they do. Because if you don't vote for the same fucking horrible people over and over again, the Republicans will win power and they'll get rid of elections this time or next time or the time after that or this time. It's like, do you not see the irony in that? Do you not see the irony in abandon democracy and just vote for the same fucking people over and over again? Like, you're going against the principles of democracy. That's what you're fucking doing. You're saying ignore your principles, ignore socialism, ignore everything, have no fucking opinions whatsoever, and just vote for the same fucking people over and over again because, oh, there's worse people who might win instead. Just constantly doing that. At what point do you stop voting for the Democrats? At what point does a socialist movement form? After the Republican Party is gone? Why? These people think, these fucking glorified liberals like Vaush, they're like under the impression, or like they'll manipulate people into thinking that like you can just defeat the Republicans, like that you can just defeat fascism, and then like, oh, then we can have a proper democracy, and then socialists will be able to do what they want and build their movement. But right now, we can't have socialist movements because blah blah blah. Republicans are gonna end democracy. Republicans are gonna end democracy. Republicans are gonna end democracy. Don't you fucking realize that this is just the Democrats and Republicans are just a good cop and bad cop type of situation? Do you not realize that? Like, the Republican Party just does a whole bunch of horrible shit, and then the Democrats are like, hey, we're better than that. Vote for us. The Republicans are bad. And then they'll go off and say that that they need a strong Republican Party. Like, that's what Harris said. I think there was other politicians from the Democratic Party that said that, where they would say that the Republicans, like, they need a strong Republican Party. Like, what the fuck? These parties collaborated on the Iraq War, and they collaborate on being pro-Israel.
Society pulling away at its edges, engaging in...
Oh, okay, I want to finish that. I want to finish my point. So they're saying, hey guys, Republicans are going to take away democracy. They're going to take away democracy. They're going to take away democracy. They're going to take away democracy. Only vote for Democrats because socialists can't win. But by the way, democratic principles, by the way. Support the horrible fucking people that perpetuate the horrible system over and over again, and support the people that manipulate you into thinking socialism is when tax-funded healthcare, but then they won't even fucking provide the universal healthcare anyway. Just keep doing that over and over again. But by the way, the Republicans are going to end democracy. It's like, okay, where is the fucking democracy? You have two parties that have been in power for over 100 fucking years, and you're advocating for voting for one of them over and over and over and over and over again, lying about them being fucking socialists, lying about the definition of socialism, and then hating on the real socialists that are actually trying to get shit done. You're being anti-democratic. Yeah, the irony in saying, vote for this party that you hate over and over again in order to defend democracy. Okay, defend democracy for what? So they can keep fucking voting for liberals over and over again? Like, people like Vaush think that Marxists are like naive or something. Like, they're like naive sort of pseudo-intellectuals that are like obsessed with like theory, and he acts like theory is some kind of like abstract religious scripture or something that has like no tie to reality, and that you can just achieve socialism, whatever that means, through vibes. Like he's just anti-intellectual. That's all he is.
And open, flagrant corruption. And so far, the Democrats have done, by and large, literally nothing. That's barely an exaggeration. I mean, it really is incredible how little they've done, how little they've said. But we are now living in a new era, an era prompted not by action from the Democrats, you know, as a party, but rather by a very, very unlikely...
What the fuck?
Mayoral primary victory. Professional streamer, by the way. Yes, Mom.
What?
A very unlikely mayoral primary victory. Professional streamer, by the way. Yes, Mom.
Yeah, the fact that Vaush is a live streamer is just kind of like... is just kind of weird. Like, it would be one thing if he was live streaming to, like, educate people directly and, like, answer questions and such. Like, that's what Socialism for All does. But Vaush is just a streamer to get donations. That's all it is. Like, he live streams to get donations, and his videos, he makes money off of his videos. Yeah. A real socialist, like Socialism for All, he has mostly, his channel is mostly self produced audio books of Marxist theory, and he has like he has a bunch of videos engaging in criticism of like social democrats and such, and he'll like promote Marxist you know, like he'll promote a Marxist perspective, and he'll just criticize social democrats very strongly, and he'll show why they're trash and why Marxism Leninism is the answer and all that. Like, he's a proper socialist, and he doesn't run ads on his YouTube channel. He just gets donations on Patreon, and he even said that once it gets to like 40,000 or whatever, I think he said that once he gets to $40,000 a year on Patreon, he would donate the rest of it, like the excess past that, and he has like 20,000 right now.
Donnie won, and if you haven't seen his victory speech, you're a loser, and you'll probably never have sex. Watch his victory speech, man. He aura farms. It's crazy, okay?
Jesus fucking Christ. Bro, watch his fucking victory speech. He aura farms. Zoran Mamdani. Where is Zoran Mamdani's plan for socialism, by the way? These people will be like, well, he's the mayor of New York. He can't do socialism. It's not about doing socialism. It's about, like, socialism is about building a socialist fucking movement that is capable of taking power away from the capitalists and the capitalist, like, state and such, and the capitalist class. You can't just fucking, like, if you're not building a socialist movement, you're not a socialist. Like, where is the socialism? He's just a liberal. You can say, oh, he has like good policies or whatever, but if he's gonna call himself a socialist and people are gonna call him a socialist, like, where is the socialism? Also, why do these people never call themselves communists? Well, because they're full of shit. That's why. Communism is just the advanced form of socialism. That's all it is. It's not some separate idea. Why do people think that it's a separate idea from socialism? Well, because of fucking people like Vaush and people like Bernie Sanders and shit. Like, the average person thinks socialism is like when you have universal healthcare and unions or something and wokeness or whatever, and then with communism you have government-owned fucking economics or whatever. Like, no, socialism is you take power from the capitalists through revolution. You take power away from the capitalist state, like you crush the capitalist state, and you replace it with a proletarian state, a workers' state, and you organize society around the needs of the working class, and you put labor and resources towards, well, just supporting the working class through economic planning instead of markets and profit and capital and all of that. That's socialism. And then with communism, communism is basically when socialism has reached a point to which it has advanced enough to the point where pretty much the entire world is socialistic, and you are able to sort of overcome scarcity, and states would no longer have really any purpose because, well, basically, like, going from socialism to communism means that you've overcome scarcity and you've overcome like the threat of capitalism returning. Like, you've overcome the threat of fascism, and just the capitalist class isn't really a thing anymore, and things have settled, and there's not all this fucking chaos, and you can just have all nations be socialist societies without any pressure and without any sabotage or imperialism or any kind of danger or anything like that. That's what communism is. Like, you move away from currency, you move away from nation states. You would no longer have things like war and imperialism and fascism and all that. You wouldn't have all that ridiculous nonsense. Communism is basically just when socialism becomes more advanced and progresses and abolishes scarcity and becomes stable and is not under threat anymore, really. That's what it is. Like, if you're a socialist, you're a communist, and if you're a communist, you're a socialist. A lot of people will say that's not true. They'll say, oh, they'll say that all communists are socialists, but not all socialists are communists. That's not true. Like, socialism implies communism. Like, they're the same movement. They're the same ideology. You don't just believe in socialism and not communism. Like, that would be like making a sandwich and then, like, refusing to use a second slice of bread for, like, no reason. It doesn't make any sense. Like, communism is just a part of socialist development. That's what it is. So back to what I was saying is, why do people like Sanders and Mamdani and Vaush and all that, why do they act like they're not communists? Why do they not call themselves communists? Well, because they're not communists. They're not socialists. They use the word socialism just like how Hitler fucking used the word socialism. It's just a word that they fucking use to manipulate people. That's all it is. People will say, oh, you're comparing Mamdani to Hitler? Well, yeah, if you're fucking manipulating people away from socialism and you're trying to change the fucking definition of socialism, like, yeah, I'm going to compare you to people that did the same shit because you're doing the same fucking thing. Like, they have the same purpose ultimately. Like, their purpose is to take people away from socialist movements, to prevent people from embracing Marxism. That's the whole point of these fucking movements. They don't talk about socialism. They just don't. They'll co-opt the word socialism, but they won't actually talk about socialism. They just do liberalism and support liberal parties and just call themselves socialists. They don't call themselves Marxists. They don't call themselves anarchists or anything like that. They just call themselves democratic socialists, which, coincidentally, democratic socialist, like, the word democratic, like, there's Democratic Party, like, coincidentally, I wonder if that's deliberate, and by that I mean it is certainly deliberate. They just use the term democratic socialist because, well, it's the Democratic Party, so they just use the word democratic socialist.
Watch his victory speech, man. He aura farms. It's crazy, okay? It's good. So the question then is, because listen, it is Mamdani versus the world, right? And we have a lot of people to look at. He's going to be facing that. And listen,
Mamdani versus the world.
We are, as far as I'm concerned, it is ride or die, okay? We have been tossed a life raft. All right, we have been given a through line. Finally, in the nonstop storm, light has broken through. We need to take this. So it's ride or die.
We had this with Bernie Sanders and I guess Obama to an extent. I don't really, I wasn't even, I was like a little kid when Obama was gaining popularity, but yeah, like we already had this with AOC and Bernie Sanders and such. They're like, these people are acting like everything's fine because Mamdani. Like, he's just there to make the Democratic Party look good and make socialism, like, water down socialism. It's not even watering down socialism. Like, saying he's watering down socialism is like, I don't even fucking know. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, it's not even watering down socialism. It's just, it's not socialism.
So we're defending him against everyone and everything. Fly coming at Mamdani, whew, I swat it down. All right?
It's manipulation.
Stay vigilant. First, we take a look at the Republicans.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, of course the fucking the thing that Vaush says, first we take a look at the Republic. Who gives a shit? If you're a fucking socialist, who fucking cares what the Republican Party is doing or thinking? Who cares? Who fucking gives a shit? This guy calls himself a socialist, and yet he's talking about the fucking Republican Party? Who fucking cares?
All right? And honestly, it's pretty funny. First thing I want to know, okay? Here's Fox News.
Oh my god, this is what I was talking about, dude. Oh my fucking god, what a grifting piece of fucking trash. Hey guys, let's go on Fox News. By the way, we're supposed to be building fucking socialism. I've genuinely advocated more for socialism in the span of this fucking recording than Vaush has in the past like 5 fucking years.
Here's their recent videos. They've put out, let's see.
Holy shit.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. We'll say 32 videos in the past 24 hours. Look for Mamdani. This is a overwhelming upset, an unbelievable meteoric rise of a Muslim democratic socialist winning over the
Democratic socialist, holy shit. Also, he's Muslim, which religion and socialism are not exactly known to like coincide together, you know? Like how fucking goddamn less than 1% of Marxists are religious, I assume, something like that. I don't know, it's probably close enough. It's like the dude's religious. Like that makes everything look even worse.
Capital city of the planet Earth, the biggest city in America, New York City.
Hey guys, it's progressive because he's Muslim. It's like, Islam is not progressive. The fuck? Like, I understand that there's like Islamophobia or whatever. I don't really like the term Islamophobia, but like, I understand that like you shouldn't just fucking like hate on all Muslims like they're goddamn like subhuman or whatever. But like, him being Muslim is not a good thing. Like, why are you acting like that's a good thing? Oh, because it's like progress, because like a Muslim can get elected. Well, I don't want people to be I don't want people to be religious. Why the fuck would I want a religious person in charge of the socialist movement? He's not even a fucking socialist to begin with. Like, why do these people say shit as if it's a good thing? It's so, like, okay, like, that's not a good thing. Like, okay, one of the main issues with people like Vaush, like, just Vaush, especially Vaush, is they'll do this thing where, like, they think that the mainstream opinion matters. Like, they'll take the mainstream opinion, they'll take, like, the views of quote-unquote normal people into consideration for what they advocate for. Like, they'll act like advocating for like, radical things is bad because they're too radical or something, or that you won't get elected or something because it's too radical. Well, first of all, it's not even about getting elected. Like socialism, like you can only achieve socialism through revolution. It's not like the capitalist class is just going to let you fucking walk in there and be like, hey, we got elected fair and square. We're just going to elect more socialists until we take over and the capitalists get fucked. Like it's a system built for the capitalist class. It's a system founded by fucking slave owners. So yeah, there's that. What was I saying again? Yeah, like people like Vaush, they think that you have to like, is the word capitulate the right word? I don't know. But like they'll think that they'll act like you have to lean in towards the bad things other people believe as like a way to move them over or something. Like they think that you have to water down socialism, water down progressivism. Like there was one time where I saw Kyle Kalinske say that you shouldn't have someone who's too woke or something like be president, like that you shouldn't have them be too woke because it'll turn people away. Like who fucking gives a shit, you spineless dumbass? Like these people are spineless, they have no principles at all, and Vaush has made fun of people for having principles. Like he's said that like it's like naive to have principles that you work towards or that you like focus on, and that you in that the more pragmatic thing would be to just abandon your principles and just vote for whatever is popular because it's popular and there's a chance of it winning. Like what I was saying earlier is that you don't achieve socialism through like voting for the fucking president anyway. Also, why is there such a focus on the presidential election specifically as well? Like it's not like a fucking socialist is going to become president anytime soon. It's not like that's like the first fucking thing that's going to happen. It's probably never going to happen, and it's not like it fucking matters because you're going to have to do a revolution anyway. Like even if you had a socialist president, they'd either be fucking killed or they wouldn't be able to do much because the system would be getting in the fucking way. Like these people will give you this lie where they'll pretend like you can just trick people into like supporting socialism or something. It's like all they'll say is water down socialism, ignore Marx, ignore Lenin, ignore socialist theory, ignore us theory, ignore all of it, ignore socialist intellectualism, ignore scientific socialism, ignore all that. Don't call yourself a Marxist, don't call yourself a fucking communist, just call yourself a democratic socialist and win people over, but don't be too radical, don't be too this or too that. It's fucking annoying. Just advocate for the fucking shit that is good and be done with it. That's what a socialist should do. A socialist should advocate for socialism in the best manner that they can, advocate for the things they actually believe, and not give a flying fuck what other people believe. Like all these people advocate for is water it down, don't talk about socialism. Just water it down, win people over by making socialism worse. Win people over to socialism by pretending to, like, it's so fucking stupid. Like, win people over to socialism by not fucking talking about socialism. It's so fucking moronic. It's so obvious, but people just don't understand that because the working class has been so conditioned into accepting this total nonsense. It's like win people over to socialism without advocating for socialism because socialism is unpopular, therefore advocate for progressive liberalism and gain power via progressive liberalism. It's like, okay, and then what?
Financial and cultural center of the country to a large extent, not trying to start any fights, but, let's be real here. You see Mamdani? Oh, there.
Also, the way that Vaush talks is incredibly obnoxious.
There he is in the video that I already had up. Panic ensues as Dem Socialist declares victory in NYC mayoral primary. Quick question, you think they're talking about their panic or Democrat panic? They're talking about Democrat panic is what I'm guessing. I haven't
What the fuck?
seen the video. Who's talking about it? These two? Who are these people? Nobody knows. My answer? They're burying this. Or at least they don't know how to respond yet. They're straight up ignoring it. They haven't settled on a narrative yet. I mean it. That's it. They know Mamdani represents a real threat. in the same way they did with
Who fucking cares what any of these people think? They're all grifters. They're all fucking capitalist schemers. They're all anti-working class.
Bernie Sanders. The Republicans, their strategists aren't stupid. They're crazy, but they're not stupid. They understand why the Democrats keep losing. It's not a secret. Everyone knows why nobody likes the Democrats. The only people who can't see it are people like Schumer, or maybe he just doesn't care, right? It's because they care about nothing. They represent nothing. They have no beliefs, and they're completely unenergetic. They know people like Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Mamdani represent a real threat, but they haven't settled on a narrative yet. The only real, meaningful pushback that I have seen to Mamdani's victory in New York City from the right has come in large part from Charlie Kirk, who has just been essentially an open white nationalist in response to it. Here's a tweet. The lesson from New York
What the fuck? Oh goddamn, he was alive back then. Oh goddamn.
City is that both illegal and legal immigration can ruin your country. It's not just the open border. It's also our suicidal mass legal migration policies bringing in over 1 million people a year. Green cards, chain migration, refugee resettlement, anchor babies, and asylum scams. This all needs to be ended. Wow, what a shocker. They actually just hate brown people. It has nothing to do with illegal immigration. Thank you, Dems, for capitulating on this topic.
Charlie Kirk was against political violence, yet he advocated for fucking enormous hatred towards gay people and trans people. Ain't that swell? Hey guys, political violence is wrong. By the way, this minority group that makes up fucking 1% of the population are horrible and they're a danger and you should do something about it. Like, yeah, sure, motherfucker.
Topic. Just a Nazi. The funny thing is, of course, that
also, Vaush uses the term Nazi and fascist like way too much. It's just kind of annoying. It's like the only fucking thing he knows is Nazism, because that's like where he gained popularity by like debating Nazis and fascists and such. That's the only fucking thing he's good at, is like hating on racists and shit, which most people are capable of doing, kind of.
white people voted for Mamdani. So, like, if the argument, like, well, if we just made New York City a white ethnic state, if we return New York City to what it has historically...
This is the issue with Vaush. It's like, who fucking cares what these dumbass morons have to say? Just assert the ideas that are actually good and just ignore what the bad people are saying, except for instances where you should respond to it in order to make your own ideas look better. That's the only thing that fucking matters. What matters is having power and I just fucking said manipulating people. I meant convincing people. I've said the word manipulating so much that I accidentally fucking said it instead of the word convincing. So all you got to do is just convince people of socialism, which Vaush doesn't want to do because he's not a socialist. He thinks that people he thinks that people say he's not a socialist just because he supports the Democrats. No, that's not the only fucking reason. The reason people say he's not a socialist is because he's said that Marxist theory doesn't matter. He's hated on central planning. He doesn't call himself a Marxist. He doesn't really call himself a communist. He hates on all, like, pretty much all socialist movements, or at least Marxist movements. He constantly fucking hates on the Republican Party, which is not even relevant if you're a fucking communist. He comes off as a grifter because he's a streamer who only talks about mainstream discourse. And also he had, I don't know if he still does this, but he live streamed playing video games and such as well, which makes it look even worse. And he did debates and shit, and he just kind of comes off he's the reason we say he's not a real socialist is because, well, live streaming gaming, just being a fucking live streaming political commentator in general in this sort of way, the amount of money that he makes off of this, the fact that he talks about mainstream discourse, regardless of whether or not it's actually relevant to socialists and the socialist movement. He doesn't talk about socialism. He doesn't talk about anything. He doesn't talk about Like, he doesn't really call himself a communist. He hates on fucking Marxism. He acts like Marxists are anti-Marx or something. Like, he acts like they're going against Marx, but then he'll fucking say that Biden is like the most progressive candidate we've had ever, and that he's the most pro-union, and he'll fucking praise Biden and do dick writing for Biden, but then he'll also hate on Biden, and it's just so fucking weird. And then he'll insist that Sanders and AOC and Mamdani are real socialists, and like he'll act like worker cooperatives and universal healthcare is socialism, and he thinks that he acts like socialism is like something that inevitably comes out from liberalism, and that like the key to achieving socialism is to perpetually support Democrats until magically a fucking socialist movement spawns out of nowhere after you've defeated the fucking fascists, which you can't do because you cannot defeat fascism without having a fucking socialist revolution. Like, even after a socialist revolution, fascism is still an issue. Like, the only way to defeat fascism is through communism, not even just socialism, but communism. The only way to actually end fascism is through communism, as in all countries go to, like, all countries become socialist, and like to the point to which they make the capitalist class obsolete. That's the only fucking way. The only way to get rid of fascism is by making capitalism obsolete. You can't fucking just defeat fascism and then defeat liberalism. Like, that's not how that works.
Historically been.
Like, these people are acting like the key to socialism is defeating the Republicans and then defeating the Democrats. Like, no. These parties are enemies of socialism. The path to socialism is building a movement that has nothing to do with any of the stupid bullshit.
A city with no immigrants, only white people, then everything would be okay. Well, actually, that would have gone even further to Mom.
Oh my god, these people, like Vaush is just constantly, he still has like the debate bro mindset where like he thinks that you're supposed to argue against every dumb thing that people say, like every fucking dumb thing that these so-called conservatives say. Like, it doesn't matter. The things they say are intentionally fucking stupid. The only reason anyone should ever like criticize what these people are saying is in order to clarify things that are actually need to be clarified. Like, if you're a socialist and you talk about and you like cover what a liberal is saying, like the whole point of that is to promote socialism, but that's not what Vaush is doing. He's not doing this to win people over to socialism. He's just doing this to critique what the fucking Republican voters are saying. Like, it doesn't matter. What matters is achieving power as a socialist movement.
Donnie, the group that voted for...
But Vaush is not a socialist, so it doesn't matter what the fuck I say, because it's not an issue with strategy. It's not just strategy. He's just not a socialist. He doesn't talk about socialism.
Cuomo the most was black people. So, to be clear, listen, you're really hedging your bets on like the Kanye political action group here, okay? Right-wing black people. That was your greatest weapon against Mamdani, all right?
Who the fuck are all these people? Zazie Pizza, Richie Romero, Steve Hilton. I don't fucking Trump tweet. Dude is reading Trump tweets. Holy God. How long has this been going on? A little too long. Yeah, hey guys, support the Democrats over and over and over again, no matter what, in order so that the Republicans don't fuck over democracy. Blah blah blah. If you support socialism, you lose. Well, you're already fucking losing half the elections anyway, so who cares? Like, it's just constant panic that exists to keep people away from building a socialist movement. Like, these people are winning, or these people are losing elections. They're losing the popular vote to Trump after Trump's first term. And then what do they do? What does Vaush do? He continues to complain about Trump, even though it's Trump's final term. And it's not relevant to socialism. It's like, I don't know what else to say. It's just, there's no substance to any of this. It's just Trump bad. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude.